morning, my friends. Welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video. I am about to go take my walk with Trevi. I'm sipping some lemon water and it's about 6:15 in the morning. I definitely do get up early. I don't know if I've ever really talked about my morning routine, but I tend to get up between 6 and 6:15, and then I walk Trevi for like half an hour, and then I usually come home and either work out or I do some work and then go to yoga, which is what I'm gonna do today. So I'm going to yoga around 9. So I'll probably come back, have my matcha, have a little snack, and then we'll go to yoga. Gotta do some grocery shopping, and then we're doing a recipe video today. And I don't really know what the day involves in terms of eating, so we'll see where it takes us. But for now, let's jump outside. Once we got home from our walk, it was time for matcha. I am just making my standard matcha latte here. It's matcha powder, monk fruit extract, pumpkin pie spice, some adaptogen powders, and some coconut butter, as well as some hot water, of course. And I've made this so many times before that I'm not going to walk you through the individual ingredients. So I will link in the card section my other What I Eat in a Day videos so you can check out the full recipe. And then I also had some pancakes as my pre-workout snack. So I'm going to show you how I'm making these. I'm basically just reheating frozen pancakes in my toaster oven. And I actually made these yesterday, so I'm going to show you in the next clip how I prepare them and how I freeze them. Hey guys, so as I just mentioned, it's actually the day before, so it's Monday right now, and I just prepped a bunch of my fluffy blueberry pancakes, and I wanted to show you what I do for prepping them because I know that I'm gonna want one before I work out tomorrow, which I just mentioned. So I'm gonna show you kind of how I make them. I'm not gonna show you the full recipe because I've already shared that before, but I'm gonna show you how I cool them, and then I'll tell you how I freeze them. So let me flip you around. All right, so here are the pancakes that I just made, and some of them are a little bit burnt, but that's okay. So these are the fluffy quinoa pancakes from my blog, and essentially I just make them, I make a big batch of them, and I cool them on a wire rack like this. I'm gonna let them cool completely before I store them. So they're still a little bit warm. I basically just put them in a plastic bag. So I reuse my Ziploc bags, and I just put them in a plastic bag like that. And then to finish off the pancakes, I had some coconut butter, which I absolutely love. It's a great way to get in a little bit of extra fat before my workout. And these were my finished pancakes. They are like a little toast, but they are blueberry pancakes. They're so fluffy and they taste amazing. So of course, I will link that recipe for you in the description box below. Hey, I am back from yoga. I am showered, I am changed. I am about to unload my groceries, and then I'm going to get to shooting our video. So the video that I have coming for you on Tuesday is, well, I guess I'll just tell you. So I'm gonna show you 3 different green smoothie recipes, and that is going to serve as my breakfast / lunch today because it's like 11:30 right now. And I'm thinking that I'll have like 1 or 2 of them now, and then maybe one later in the afternoon as like a snack. And then dinner, I have decided, I'll tell you now, but I'm going to be making pizza. I'm going to be making a Simple Mills pizza crust with my vegan pesto. So when we are back for dinner, I'll obviously like walk you through everything, and I can't wait. I'm home alone right now, and pizza is one of my favorite things to make, and Matt is not always a pizza lover, so I can't wait to have pizza for dinner. But for now, unloading groceries and then getting to filming. Here's the first one. This has grapefruit, lime, kale, and it tastes like summer, and it's delicious, and I can't wait for you guys to try it. So here's the second one. It has cucumber, green apple, lots of greens, and I topped it with some granola and peanut butter. And this is probably what I'm going to eat right now, and then I'll make the third one and have that one later. So I ended up having the third smoothie, which was a pineapple and veggie smoothie. The recipe is up on the blog today, and it is super amazing. It's thick, it has tons of veggies in it, lots of greens. It tastes so delicious. Topped it with some granola for the photos, and then I also topped it with some peanut butter, and this ended up being my lunch. So it's snack time now. I ended up only actually drinking one of those smoothies for lunch because I was like picking as I was making. I was like munching on fruit and whatever ingredients I was putting into the smoothie, so I actually wasn't that hungry. But what I did do is freeze one of them, so I'll show you actually. So I froze this one right here, and what I'm gonna do with that is tomorrow I have an event and I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to eat dinner because I am going up north and then I'm coming back same day. So I think I'm probably gonna be in the car when dinner rolls around. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring that frozen smoothie with me, and hopefully it will thaw throughout the day while it's just like in my bag, and then I'll have a nice protein green smoothie to drink on my way home. So that is going to be my dinner tomorrow night. But I am going to start actually making dinner right now because I want to make sure that I can get a photo of it for the thumbnail. So I'm going to make my dinner and I'm going to walk you through what I'm going to do. As I said earlier this morning, I'm going to be making pizza. And I'm gonna be making the Simple Mills pizza, and what I love about this crust is that it is naturally gluten-free and vegan, which is awesome. It is also high protein and it's made primarily with almonds, so it's a little bit on the heavy side in terms of like calories, but it's super filling, it's super clean, and I absolutely adore it. So I'm going to make this crust. So good, you guys, oh my gosh. And I'm going to be putting on pesto, I'm going to be putting on tomato, I'm going to be putting on, I think, mushrooms and asparagus, I'm not quite sure yet. And then we're basically just going to bake it up, and that is going to be dinner. I don't have any vegan cheese, so I'm not going to do any cheese topping. I'm just going to do all of the veggies and the pesto, top it with nutritional yeast, of course, and that is going to be my dinner. So let's make the pizza. So to make this pizza, you basically just empty the entire bag into a bowl, and then you add in some apple cider vinegar as well as some olive oil and some water, and stir this all together and it will turn into a dough. And once you have a dough-like consistency with that batter, you can basically just transfer it onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. And I like to use wet hands to spread this out. I find that it spreads out more evenly. So I have a little bowl next to me with water, and I just wet my hands every few seconds or so and kind of spread this out evenly across the baking sheet, and I form it into my circle pizza. And you're gonna bake this at 350 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes, and you can prepare the toppings while the crust bakes. So for my toppings today, I basically just sauteed everything in water. So it was some mushrooms, as well as some asparagus and some zucchini, and I just sauteed this until it started to get nice and golden brown, and I seasoned it with salt, garlic powder, and some Italian seasoning. And then in my other pan, I was just steaming some kale, so I'm going to do a layer of kale on the bottom like you'll see in a minute, and I basically, again, just steam this with water until it's nice and wilted. And once the crust is done baking, you can pull it out of the oven and you're gonna get to your toppings. So the base was my pesto, and this is my everyday vegan pesto. I shared it in a video last week as well as a couple other times, so I'll link it for you below. And then top it with your layer of kale. I love doing this. I find it's a really great way to sneak in some extra veggies and greens, especially if you have picky eaters at home. And then you're just gonna top the kale with your tomatoes. So this is just thinly sliced tomatoes, as well as the toppings that we sauteed. So the mushroom, the asparagus, and the zucchini mixture. And at this point, I would also add on some vegan cheese, but I didn't have any. So I just popped this back in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes until everything was nice and hot and the crust on the outside was turning golden brown. Once that's done, you can remove it from the oven and basically just slice it up right away. I sliced it up into 6 pieces. It also can make 8. I find that 2 to 3 slices is the right amount for me. And then to finish everything off, of course, you can't not have pizza without nutritional yeast. So I sprinkled on some nutritional yeast as well as some red chili flakes, which you guys know I love. And then I actually ended up serving it with some hot sauce as well. And this is the pizza. It's so yummy, and I love this crust. I will link it for you guys below. And like I mentioned before, I also had some snacks. So my snack was actually just munching on these Nutella Brownies, which unfortunately did not work. I will be retesting them when I get back from my trip, but I promise that I will make these work because they tasted really good. They just fell apart. So this was my snack. It was really kind of dense and chocolatey, and it ended up being enough for me. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching this episode in our What I Eat in a Day series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Chuff Chuff, did you enjoy it? She enjoyed getting all my scraps, that's for dang sure. All of the recipes that I've mentioned that are on the blog are linked for you below. I've also linked a lot of the products that I mentioned, some of the appliances that I use, like my toaster oven and my blender. So if you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, make sure to leave them in the comment box below. I would love to know what you guys are eating today, so share what you ate today as you're watching this video. And if you end up making any of these recipes, I would love to see them. You can share a photo with me on social media by tagging @SimplyQuinoa or using #SimplyQuinoa. If you haven't joined our community yet here, there's a red button right below this video. It says subscribe. That will subscribe you. On the next screen, I'm gonna give you the link to all of the other What I Eat in a Day videos that are on this channel. This is episode number 41. So if you like this style video, there are 40 others for you to watch. So I'll link that playlist for you. And other than that, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Again, thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate each and every one of you tuning in and commenting and liking and sharing all of these videos. It means the world to me, and it's helping me spread my message and also encouraging other people in this community to eat healthy, which just makes my heart burst. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys. Bye from Trevi.